Hey, Curious Connerys. Dylan here. We just want to give you a heads up that the following program contains conversation relating to topics that may or may not include physical and sexual assault and self-harm and mistreatment of different cultures. We are in no way condoning these things. But given that Sean Connery has acted in films going back many years, they've tended to come up. To spin a phrase from Disney, many of these films include negative depictions and or mistreatment of people or cultures that were certainly wrong then and are definitely wrong now. But rather than not discuss this content, we'd like to acknowledge its harmful impact, learn from it, and create conversation for a richer future. Stay curious, folks. And now, on to our show.
Connery Curious! Saga! The Last Crusade! You Only Live Twice! And the Anderson Tapes! Murder on the Orient Express! You never know what the wheel's gonna spin next! Marty and a Woman of Straw! And a Voodoo Man in Africa! We are curious of the filmography of Sir Sean Connery.
Alrighty, tighty, and good nighty, as we say in this household. Mario Lima.
Dylan Titus.
We're just starting right off, I think.
Is our second one together?
This is our second one in person. Hold on. All right. We're back. After a brief intermission of
Did we leave?
moving chairs. No. Should we just start off again, I think?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Oh, you finished your Vespers martinis from the last episode. Wait a second, I'm alive again. How did this happen? Were we still on this train?
I think we're still on this train.
Oh,
Side note,
I'll go back to being dead.
Alicia did say that we should do that more often. Like every episode, have a different. You're on a different car. Because the whole thing was. Because the whole reason we did that was for the movie for Murder on the Orient Express, and so she's like, so I was like, oh, we only did that because of the movie. She's like, yeah, but you can just do it in different cars.
Well, there's a train in this movie, so
yeah, so this could be the the next man car.
The next man car.
The next man car. It's made out of man.
The next car, man.
The next car, man. Pick it up what I'm putting down, man.
That's not your mother. That's a man, baby.
Age not Evie. Age is my brother.
Hold on. Still balancing.
And check.
There we go. Checkity. Trying to balance it so it's a good volume, so I can keep it a good distance from me.
I'm not used to hearing myself in my ears.
You can take them off.
No, I like it, but it's different. I can really hear how
Usually
shitty
I hear
I sound.
myself in my nose. So that's where I take in most of my own hearing. The way a set of good headphones will determine like the noise canceling elements that it needs to block out. My nose only takes in my dialogue, but my ears hear everything else.
Oh, that's heavy.
Yeah.
It's
my brother.
No, it's my brother. Your brother's a nose?
Oh, this rock is really heavy. No, that rock is my brother. It's The Rock.
The Rock.
The Sean Connery film, The Rock. And
Dwayne
Johnson.
That's Dwayne Rock.
Mario Lima.
Dylan Titus.
Welcome to the train that is the Connery Curious podcast. It's good to have you back in my train car again.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here. I got lost on the way, but
Usually we're doing this podcast from two different train cars.
yeah,
And
this train's passing along in the night.
well, what I have is it's an old, well, it's only a couple of years old, really, but it's this phonograph recorder. It's really rough, but it will record audio and speech to a phonograph in real time.
Really?
Yes, and so what I've done is I've hooked that up to a fishing line, with which you have one cup and I have the other cup. And we run those between the two train cars. They occasionally trip people, and the signal gets all messed up. But it does record directly to a phonograph each week. We will.
Oh, see,
It gets scratched. Yeah, see, that's
that
what
random
happens.
woman just.
Yeah.
Please, could you stop doing that? Okay, thank you. Sorry.
It's okay. Oh, she's coming my way now. Oh, oh, ma'am, stop doing ASMR into my cup. This is a train.
Woo woo. Train ASMR. No one's ever done it.
Train says train ASMR.
Ticket, please.
This is.
Anything from the trolley deers.
We'll take the lot. So this is the shenanigans that we get up to when we're in the same train car.
Yes.
This is only the second time in the history of this podcast that we've been in the same train car.
Yeah.
Usually, like, we use that cup method that we referred to.
The cup method, yes.
Though, you did just hear the woman trip over that because we're still using it. We're in the same room. We're still using the cup method, though, because...
We need to capture the audio still.
Exactly. It's how are you going to do it? What's going on with my mouse here? It died. My pet mouse.
I was going to say, what's the other pet mouse?
Yeah. Well, that's what powers.
What's the matter with my mouse here?
That's what powers the phone. Go back on the wheel, mouse. Stupid Mr. Jangles.
Oh, and we're
Keep
the
me
wheel's
alive
moving
for a
again,
century.
and we're back.
Keep me alive for a century, but can't keep this phonograph running for 20 minutes.
Anyway, what movie are we doing?
The Green Mile.
The Green Mile. I thought we're doing 8 Mile.
Oh, well, I've lost myself. Like, I've lost the point. Mario Lima.
Dylan Titus.
Welcome to the Connery Curious podcast.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm a fan. I've been here since episode 1. Episode 0. I've been here since episode 0. I've listened to every episode. Oh, here's our waiter. Can I have another water? Thanks. There's that woman again. Keeps crossing her streams.
I'm holding my notes like I'm reading. Okay, next we're going to joke about this.
Next bit.
That's really all this podcast has become.
Yeah.
It's just bits. Strung together loosely by plot. And an admiration for Sean Connery. Maybe not an admiration, but... you know what I'm saying. Good Lord, I don't even know what I'm saying. Wow.
What movie are we doing this week?
Well, this week, this is the podcast where every week Mario and I spin a wheel, and we're given a film from the filmography of Sir Sean Connery, and we watch that film, then we talk about that film. And today is the second time where we've watched that film together, as opposed to 3 together, or 1 together. We usually watch it 1 together, separately.
1 together.
Come together on different train cars, which is weird because they have 2 different projection machines in this train car. On this train in general, one in each car. The whole train's only 2 cars long.
2 cars long.
That's why it's so easy to get the sound across.
It's 2 cars.
Anyway.
What a waste.
And one of the cars is just carrying coal to power the engine. It's just the front car, just the engine and the coal car, and that's it.
And then just you in one carriage, and then I'm in the other carriage.
But they're baby carriages, and they're tied. They're tied to the back of the train. But not even level. We're just bumbling along, bouncing on our sides. Okay. Well, the next film that we're discussing today, or this week, you know what I'm trying to say, folks.
Today's episode is
The Next Man. I was trying to do a pun. But this film is 1976's The Next Man, also known as The Arab Conspiracy, or Double Hit.
Which makes sense. 2 hits. There we go. Those were our hands, by the way.
Hey, music for the film features New York City guitarist Frederick Hand. So
Who's Frederick Hand? What's he play? Is he playing any
a classical guitarist and composer, native of Brooklyn, New York, attracted to the music of Bill Evans, John Coltrane, and Miles Davis.
I did like the music in this movie.
His scores have been featured in This Boy's Life, Kramer vs. Kramer, and The Next Man, as well as Sesame Street, As the World Turns, and Guiding Light.
Damn. Okay. So he's been around.
Yeah. So this film is a 1976 American political action thriller film starring Sean Connery, Adolfo Celi, Cornelia Sharpe, and Charles, is it Ciaffi or Chaffee? I'm not sure. Critical reaction at its opening was not positive, according to Wikipedia. Excuse me. The IMDb synopsis. Influential Arab diplomat. I'm sorry. Let me do my voice. Influential Arab diplomat Hercule
Oh, sorry. Tea kettle's running. Let me turn that off. Sorry.
No, keep it on. I like it.
Okay.
Apparently we have listeners that like it too.
Oh, okay. Good.
Influential Arab diplomat becomes the target of numerous...
There it goes again. How many teapots are on this train?
A lot. There's a lot of rich people here.
It's only us.
Sitting in the coal cart.
Because we booked this cart for our podcast
Both
today.
of them. Just in case. In case we want our space, you know. Influential Arab diplomat becomes the target of numerous assassination attempts after he announces his plan to make peace with Israel by letting them join the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries.
OPEC.
OPEC. The coolest metal band ever. Have you heard the new metal album from OPEC? Dopec.
OPEC, OPEC.
That's the old Ope trick.
The old Ope trick.
Ope trick. Okay, I think I'm just having fun making conversation. So let's just get into this. Mario, what do you think of this movie?
So because we were really dreading this because
Were we? I wasn't dreading this. I was
don't
more
think-
curious. Connery Curious.
I don't think we were dreading it, but we're kind of like, well, we were kind of looking at it. We're like, okay, Connery's playing an Arab diplomat.
An Arab.
An Arab.
Yes. Let's get that out of the way. Sean Connery is playing an Arab in this film.
And like it's because I think we talked about that last week. We're like, oh, do you think he's gonna put a voice on? He's not. He's just him.
He is just doing his regular old speaking voice.
He's wearing his like own clothes, like his Scottish like.
A lot of his clothes are Scottish,
like sweaters and like the hat, the little like what do you call that hat? It's like a cabbie hat or something. And it's like
knit cap.
Yeah, and it was very bizarre.
Not a knit cap.
It's like, I mean, it was like, it could have been, I think it was like a cabbie boy hat. A newsboy hat.
Yeah. What's the name for it?
I don't know. Maybe it's called newsboy hat.
Oh, yep. A newsy cap. Or paperboy cap. Yep.
There you go.
So he's wearing a paperboy cap the whole time.
Yeah.
And
he does have like the traditional, like robes or whatever.
He does have,
in the beginning.
What's that called? Hold on. If we're gonna get newsy cap right, I'm gonna get this right.
Keffiyeh. Okay. So he wears a traditional keffiyeh.
Keffiyeh, yes. So he does wear that at times, and
only like once. He like wears it once.
Yeah, keffiyeh. Yep. The newsy and the keffiyeh.
Yeah.
That's a film I'd like to see. Well, we saw it. That's the fourth title for this film.
Yeah.
The newsy and the keffiyeh.
But yeah, so going back to your question, yeah, so yeah, we were kind of like, we saw the reviews, we're like, this doesn't look good, and like, it's an hour 30 minutes, so it's like,
nice tight 90 minutes.
Yeah, I like that, but like, I was kind of like, oh, this is gonna be interesting, and yeah, I thought it was an okay movie.
I thought it was okay as well.
I don't hate it.
I don't dislike it.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, it was
fine.
Not bad.
Are you gonna watch it again ever?
I don't know. I mean, only because we'll talk about our behind the scenes here. We tried to rent it, and it was just the
okay.
worst.
Well, let's give the backstory first.
Okay.
So I have a DVD copy that I got from the library. Now, libraries can have some pretty obscure stuff sometimes, and this movie's pretty hard to find. So when the DVD, we popped it in, and it is a less than stellar transfer. It does not look very good. It does not sound very good. The sides are chopped off to make it standard 4x3, and stuff is missing from it. You can see, like when the titles are coming up, there's letters like Michael Kamen came up, and the N was completely cut off. So it was Michael Kame. I'm not even
supposed
kidding.
to blow the bloody doors off. now, I'll tell you this, Master Wayne. I can't do a good man, okay? I came before, and I'll come again.
If you keep wafting that towards me like you're doing.
Now, if you have an issue, here's a tissue.
I can't remember any lines from Man Who Would Be King. Future Dylan punching something from Man Who Would Be King here.
Madness is a trick. Who'd have some poor crazy priest and his servant,
So, yes, the transfer on this wasn't good.
Right.
And it was missing parts of it. And about 2 or 3 minutes in, the credits were kind of starting to wrap up. We posited, should we just, this is available only on Amazon Prime Video. Should we just rent it for $3?
Yeah.
There's no trailer on Amazon, which should have been the giveaway.
And just a standard definition.
It was
rental.
the same. It was the exact same.
Yeah.
As the DVD that I have. I at least expected 16:9. I at least expected the edges back.
Right.
But.
So yeah.
So I got it for free from the library, and then I paid $3. So I might have to watch it again just to get the my $3 worth.
Do you think it was worth the money? Because I probably if we didn't watch together on a DVD, I probably would have just rented it. So
yeah,
I would have the same experience either way.
That's true.
So
Well, I'm gonna watch it again to pull clips from it.
yeah,
You know, but
I don't regret it more than the freaking Blu-ray of
Action of the
Action of the
Tiger.
Tiger. It still sits on my shelf, and I look at it. I'm like, why do I have this?
When you feel the urge in the middle of the night, you just kind of get a little tuggle in your trousers, and you look over, and there's the DVD copy of Action of the Tiger staring you in the face. And the DVD box opens. Anyway.
And I just
The tuggle in your trousers was your wallet wanting you to buy another copy of Action of the Tiger.
oh, I thought you wanted me to put my bits and baubles in there or something. And close the DVD case on it.
Yeah, your keys and your guitar picks and a couple of pens and a napkin. Bits and baubles.
You could fit a lot of things in there.
Yeah, you could.
It's like luggage.
Yeah, it's one of those old it's one of those old DVD cases where it's
Imagine you
giant.
went to the airport and you saw somebody with a
DVD case.
No, like those roller suitcases, but it was a Action of the Tiger suitcase.
With the poster.
Like it's the poster on it. Like who would own
We need to do that. We need to just make merch for Action of the Tiger. And all of it is that horrible little image of Connery.
Assaulting a woman.
Oh, God.
Drawstring bags.
Because that's the only promotional images of it. It's just...
Yeah,
there's
there's
no
nothing
promotional
else.
images of the film that don't have that incident of Connery being a horrible human.
That's the only scene he's in.
No, he's in more than
I mean,
that.
well, yeah,
he's
the
in like
end.
5 or 10 minutes. He's got the great bar scene where he's playing drunk.
Yeah. So I don't know.
He's playing drunk. The character is drunk. And then he almost takes a fucking header off the dock.
Yeah, put that on it. We should edit our own DVD cover of it.
Yes.
Like we'll put like the same kind of thing, but instead of the Connery, we remove that, and it's a still of him almost falling off the dock.
That's why I need the Blu-ray, because I want to make an edit of that movie. Because we could take out everything bad in that movie and make it good.
I think so.
Everything that we don't like is completely like superfluous to that film. It could just be cut away.
Yeah, honestly, that whole we don't have to we do have to meet Connery.
Like the two-way mirror door or whatever that he breaks in through to be a horrible person. It doesn't pay off later. It's not like a secret hiding place for the children or something.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
Yeah.
If they did that. I thought they were going to do that.
It
but,
doesn't
like,
pay
yeah.
off. Nothing comes of it. So cut it away.
Yeah.
What's his name? Tophin?
Topher Grace.
Trifon. You could just have Trifon be in it because he's pleasant for a good chunk of it. Just, you could cut that movie down to like 80 minutes and have it be a decent action film.
I think so.
Yeah. Bring it by next time.
I will.
Yeah.
Please get out of my house.
I will.
It's bringing my mood down. It's like the tiki from that episode of the Brady Bunch when they go to Hawaii. You ever watch that episode of it? It's like, okay, so I'm spoiling an episode. I think it was an episode of a movie. It was like a 2-part episode. It was like 2 parts. And they go to
Is this
Brady
from the
Bunch.
90s or the 60s?
The 60s. It was like
Okay.
the original. Well, 70s at this point. They were like older. It was like older Greg and shit.
Old Greg. Oh, there's old Greg in The Longest Day. Did we talk about that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
I gotta get my water. I forgot that.
Oh, shit.
You keep telling your story.
I'll tell a story about the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, keep telling, because
Okay.
I can hear you.
All right. So, listeners, this is
here
a
now.
spoiler for
The Brady Bunch.
the Brady Bunch. There was an episode. There was an episode where they went to Hawaii, and like they find like a tiki, and like it's like a little tiki statue, and they think it brings them good luck or whatever, but it really like curses them. Like, I remember Greg goes surfing with it on. He like crashed into the waves. Something happens to Peter. I forget what. But ever since I had that DVD, that Blu-ray in my house, bad shit's happened. I got married.
Oh my gosh.
I lost my job.
Oh my god, all this stuff has happened.
Yeah, since I got that
It's-
Blu-ray.
get it
I
out
got
of-
kidney stones. I was in the hospital.
Trump was president? Wait a
So-
second. Oh, those dates don't line up.
Yeah, no, Biden. But no, not even. Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
He was already in office, so it didn't happen.
Well, Trump existed during the time of Action of the Tiger, so it's to blame.
What year was he born?
Before 56.
Was he?
Yeah, he's in like his 70s now. Who cares?
true.
Anyway, it was just a cheap joke. We don't need to get into researching the man.
Ever since the Beatles thing, I need to line up my dates properly. Bothers me. Fucking The Rock ruined my life.
He came here and beat you up.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson beat me up.
You'll have to stay tuned for a future episode to hear why Dwayne Johnson came here and beat you up. Why The Rock ruined your life.
Exactly. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Can we get back to my time machine and we'll talk about this later. Anyways, back to this movie.
Time lock, another place lock.
Same bat time, same channel.
Okay, so let's talk about The Next Man / the Arab Conspiracy / Double Hit.
Double hit 7.
Okay, so let's talk about what each of the titles mean. So The Next Man, why is it The Next Man? Because he is the successor to Man That Dies.
Right.
The Arab Conspiracy, that's pretty straightforward.
Yes.
And then Double Hit. Who's the double hit?
Well, we see it's
Do you think it's the one at the end?
It's the last shot of the movie.
It's the two at the end? Or do you think it is the one at the beginning and the one at the end? Because the one at the end is a driver as well. And like the driver is not...
Well, I think if you went into this movie saying the name of the movie is Double Hit, you watch that film.
It's the second one.
And what's that?
The one at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if you watch this movie all the way through and you're in the middle of it, you're like, okay, the double hit must be the guy in the beginning.
And now somebody comes
and then Connery, probably, because he's the lead, so that's probably the target. And then you see the end of the movie. You're like, holy shit.
So
double hit, double cross.
Yeah.
That's a thing. I mean, do we talk about that?
Let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
He dies in this film.
Right.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Go if you haven't watched The Next Man yet, this is not the episode of Connery Curious for you if you don't want spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, then welcome to this train car. Chugga, 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 chugga. This is going to make a lot of people happy, I tell you.
I
This
think
is going to
so.
be a popular episode.
I hope so.
So yeah, well, we're just gonna spoil the film straight out.
Yeah, it's a short enough film that we can kind of like. I don't think we have to like stick to the plot. We just kind of jump around because like, there's a lot of like empty space that I'm like, okay, you know,
it's worth your $3 to rent.
I
from
think
Amazon.
so.
If you can find a cheap copy of it somewhere, pick it up. Honestly, it's not bad. It's worth having in your collection.
I mean,
it's not a bad film.
Yeah, and like $3 is not terrible when you think about it. It's like you're just renting it, and like there's a buy option too.
Yeah, it's for like $5.
$5. So yeah, keep it on your Amazon forever.
For the quality of the transfer, $5 might not be worth it. If you can find a $1 copy out there somewhere at a book sale or a odds and ends store.
If you see it for $1, offer them 95 cents.
All right, if you see it for $2, offer them $1. Better.
Low ball them a little bit.
It's a $1 DVD store find for sure. But that being said, it's not a bad film.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, surprisingly, I was very put off. Like, we'll talk about the beginning for a second, where like we had like those. Do we have the budget of this film?
The budget. Let's go to IMDb.
Because that's like what I'm like super intrigued by.
Does it say that kind of stuff on IMDb?
Usually, go to top on the right there. Is that in the wiki?
Yeah, I'm usually not on IMDb. I don't know why. Yeah, it doesn't have it on. Let's do a little Google.
Interesting. So I say that because a lot of the like those first shots, there's a lot of still shots, which is like fine. But this weird pauses, like it feels like there was like either missing footage, so they had to
budget.
like. There was no budget on there anywhere.
Yeah, there was definitely some stock footage of stuff in there.
Like they must have spent all their money on like the casting. It's just like
On Connery, yeah.
it looks like everything was shot on like a camcorder. I think I made a comment when we were
Well-
watching it when they have that shot of like they're like filming, like there's kids on the street and stuff like that, and they're looking at the camera. Like that was like the stock footage.
Yeah.
But it was
And-
like the same quality of camera they were shooting the film with.
And this is not a judgment on the film based on the transfer. This is a judgment on the film as we can tell. Like, because we're film students.
Yeah.
That's where we met, at film school.
Exactly.
And we know what this is meant to look like. We
Yeah.
can see it in our eye. You know what I mean? Like, we can see unfinished footage and know in our eye what the finished footage is meant to look like. And because this transfer is so bad, we can see what it's meant to be, but it's not, you know? And I was doing my best to think with that mindset and not let it tamper with my ability to enjoy the film. But you are correct that it appears like a lot of it was shot with cheap cameras. It seems like there wasn't much of a budget put toward, but there was a lot of locations.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The
And it seemed like
beginning,
they were real locations.
but like it seems like the beginning was the worst of it, and I felt like I was more into it.
The
in
ominous
the middle.
boardroom.
Just like that, and like just that scene of when the two guys are disguised as like bellhops or something,
yeah,
and they
the,
go in a
room
hotel.
service.
Like that one shot, you almost see the cameraman in the mirror for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Like in this twice, and like you could tell it's one shot. You almost see the shadow of the cameraman like getting a shot. Then they choke out that girl. Then it's a continuous shot to go into the bathroom. They get the guy out of the tub, and it's just like, I'm like, yeah, this looks like I shot this in college. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a one shot thing. But towards the end, and you had all the locations,
But
there were some better
honestly,
shots.
For if this was a college film, which may have been, who knows? Actually, out of curiosity, continue. I'm sorry, continue.
But yeah, it just like I'm a film snob. That's just how I am. If I see things like that, I'm kind of like, oh, this is like kind of turning me off or whatever.
Well, this was certainly not a student film.
Yeah,
But if it was a student film, it would have been phenomenal.
yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
I would have given high marks. But like it just what's Connery's next film after this, like timeline wise, and what's the one before it?
I'm sorry. I'm looking at what else this director, Richard Sarafin, has done, and one of his films is called Eye of the Tiger. Man in the Wilderness. Lolly Madonna XXX.
Oh, that's a weird one. Oh, I can't do it.
Wait,
there
which
it
has
is.
Jeff Bridges in it?
Jeff Bridges.
Anyway.
Hey, man.
The Man Who Loved Cat Dancing? What?
The
Sunburn?
man with the golden cat dance.
Solar Crisis. Credited as Alan Smithy. Oh boy. Okay, what is Connery's next film? Sorry. Let's answer that.
Give me the
question.
one after and the one before.
All right, the one right before is Robin and Marion. The one right after is A Bridge Too Far.
Why do you think he said yes to this role?
Money.
You think?
Yeah.
He could have been getting much.
He probably got most of the budget. Whatever the budget for this was, he probably got most of it.
Just an interesting... Because he sells it,
Yeah, he's good in this.
You know?
He's really good in this.
but it's just like... It's just
He's not doing anything to be Arab, and that is to his credit.
Like if you give me a true or false question saying like, did Sean Connery play a like Arabian Arab man, blah blah in this film, blah blah? I would say false. There's no way this is real.
Yeah.
I still can't believe it's real.
Part of me was just like taking it out of that and just imagining that he was a Scottish activist for the unification.
That's
of
what I
Israel
kept
and Palestine.
thinking. But then there's scenes where he's in the traditional garb and he's like,
Which could be taken as signs of respect. Just change his name to
suppose.
Sean O'Connery. You know?
Connery. It's just very interesting that the choice they made.
Sorry.
Because his name is, what's his name in the movie? His character's name?
All right, let's get this right. Because He teaches it to Nicole Scott, played by Cornelia Sharpe. So his name is Halil Abdul Mohsen. Mohsen. Halil Abdul Mohsen.
So that's where it takes out for me. It's like this guy.
This guy
is I'm supposed to believe that this guy. I didn't think about the whole film because I'm like, oh, whatever. Sean Connery. I don't care. He could be. I mean, geez, he disguised himself as a Japanese man, and he only lived twice, and he still had the same accent. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't expect much from him.
Yeah,
but
I'm Japanese.
Yeah, so he had the slouch to pretend he was shorter.
Yes, I'm still. I slouched, so now I'm 6'3".
Konnichiwa, yes.
I'm 6'2" now. Would you need 6'1"? I can't do it.
You need to become Japanese, Mr. Bond. But yeah, it's just wild. Even like seeing like the cover. Look at the cover. Like he's in.
There's some good art for this. I wanted to remark on this. Okay, so this is the DVD box. That that doesn't look like Sean Connery though. That doesn't look like him. Who does that look like though? I can't place the face.
He looks like
it's like a different actor, like
a little bit Orson Welles, like older Orson Welles,
or Brian Cox.
But dude,
his beard looks fucking photoshopped on.
And I swear to God, can you pull up the DVD cover for Never Say Never Again?
Yes, I can. Sorry for the long pause.
The one right there, that one.
Yeah. This red one where he's in the center and Basinger's on the left and Carrera's on the right.
Now look at that one. I'll cut back to the other poster.
Yeah, they are very similar.
It's almost the same.
Yeah, we could Photoshop his face there.
But I wonder if they Photoshopped a picture of him with a tuxedo on.
No, he's got a tuxedo in the movie.
Yeah, I guess. He just looks so... Like, his hair is weird.
I think it's because he's raising an eyebrow.
He looks like... What's his name? He looks like...
He looks like he's got plastic surgery.
He looks like Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
Or like...
It's not a flattering DVD cover.
Yeah.
I remember picking it up and I was like, whoa, what is this? But there is some cool art for this. There's this one here. Il prossimo uomo. Il prossimo uomo. And it's just him in Goldfinger. It's literally just a painting of him in Goldfinger.
I like that. I like this one.
Me too. Sean Connery es el árabe. And then this Arab conspiracy, the most bland-looking one. I'm going to post all these to the social media. Don't you worry, folks. There's some nice promotional stills from this. They make it kind of look like a high-class Bond film.
Yeah, look at that.
In the world of spying and dying, love is the ultimate weapon.
Like that looks like a Bond picture right there. Look how sharp he looks.
This makes me want an HD copy of this film. We gotta find a nice cut of this, man.
Yeah, look how much better this looks.
I would very much watch this in good quality.
I honestly think that's what turns people. That's probably why he has so many more like negative reviews. It's just like
maybe I'm just gonna see what we can find here. Keep talking.
Let's see what else can we say about this movie. We talked about this off air. How he looks. He looks great. Like in a lot of episodes we talk about, he looks like $1 million in this. He has his shirt off a couple times here.
This one, El Próximo Hombre. That's just the Thunderball DVD artwork.
Yeah,
but it's got like Lawrence of Arabia in the background.
or it could be The Man Who Would Be King.
Maybe.
So you're trying to find a high quality.
Yeah.
I'm like afraid to. I kind of want that cover.
What the
Thunderball ripoff?
Yeah. Does it not exist?
I think it doesn't, bro. Friends out there in the Connery universe, if you guys can find a copy of this, can you contact us? If you have it, can we borrow it just to like see it?
Yeah, if somebody has a good copy of this, like, I don't want to have to turn to piracy for this. Like, I'm not going to, but, like, I wouldn't, like...
I just feel like it shouldn't have the rap it does. I mean, it is a pretty okay film.
Yeah, the stills of this, like, the production stills of this, make it look like it's a Bond film. Oh, wow. This one looks like he's giving a presentation. Take a look through the IMDb stills of this. There's some pretty good stuff. Okay, but yeah, I was trying not to let the quality of the transfer affect my enjoyment of the film. I want to go beat by beat a little bit. There's no synopsises online. Synopsi.
Yeah, maybe we just kind of talk about like our favorite moments, I guess, and...
This is a good little synopsis here. Oh, wait, there's a plot summary? Okay. Halil is an Arab diplomat who wants... Oh, I gotta do the voice. Halil is an Arab diplomat who wants to not only make peace with Israel, but admit the Jewish state as a member of the OPEC. This instantly makes him a target for a series of ingeniously conceived assassination attempts, most of which he foils with the aid of his friend Hamid and his girlfriend Nicole. But can he trust even them?
Oh, the train's moving again. That's good.
Yeah, and that crazy lady that's repeating the last word of every sentence that we say is outside again. Lady, stop standing near our fishing line.
Line.
Lady? Penis.
Penis. Oh, it's getting louder. That's weird. She's back.
Alrighty. Well. So let's start with the first scene of this movie, A. What's the first image we see in this thing? That's a good transition.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was like eerie. That just kind of irked me.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It didn't irk me at all because it was the time it was filmed. They couldn't have known. It was
I know.
1976.
No, I know.
So the first shot of this film is the Twin Towers.
And there's a lot of shots of the Twin Towers.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
But yeah, so a lot of New York shots there.
Oh my god! I want to do when I do this. I want to do an edit of some of those scenes with. I'm back in the New York groove. I'm back in the New York groove. Bow! In the New York groove. Bow! In the New York groove. Bow! In the New York groove. Bow!
In that same cut that we talked about with him looking out the window, seeing Spider-Man.
Oh my God, yes, because he's flying in a helicopter.
I also want him to look down, and Ace Frehley's looking up at him from the Empire State Building.
But it's Black Ace.
It's Black Ace. All right, Paul's friend.
And also the way they... Oh my god. Should we give them the context of that inside joke?
We might as well.
Okay, we have this weird running joke that not Paul Stanley specifically, that the members of KISS are, well, I guess Gene and Paul. Tommy and Eric are younger, I guess.
Yeah.
But they're kind of at that age where it's like, we have a black friend. It's Gerald. He lives down the street. He's a dentist. He comes over. His wife isn't black, though. And they're like, Grandma, I don't know why you feel the need to tell me this. Yeah. You could just say Gerald was coming over. I wasn't going to be surprised.
I thought it started with like his long rambling they did in between songs. So it's like New York City. Who you want?
Let me hear you, Detroit. Who here likes to drink a little alcohol? You might know this one. It's got a song. It's got a beginning where you go, "Oh yeah, I've got a black friend."
What's Paul talking
Wow.
about? That was Gene farting. Sorry.
I look
Gene
at
Simmons
you
of
and
Kiss.
my gas boils hot. I feel my temperature.
That giant like suit of armor he wears is like a fucking furnace about to
Got
explode.
to fart.
Why is it the jokes that make us laugh the hardest on the show are around farts and pooping?
Okay.
Since
Earlier
since
today,
first night.
Nicole shared a. Earlier today, Nicole was flipping through the Motif magazine and filming it for a little promo video for her band because they were nominated.
Vote for How's About Charlie?
For the Tower, hell yeah. Anyway, I'm in the background. I got all these whiteboards to put around the house to remind myself of things. And I left her a little message. And then under it she wrote, pee pee poo poo. So the whole time I'm just walking around like, pee pee poo poo. Poo poo on a pee pee, pee pee on a poo poo, and a poo poo pee pee. And she's filming this video for her promo. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, she'll probably, like, she's filming it for her music video. She'll probably put that song over it. Nope, she just shared it with me going like, peep, beep, boop, boop. Because I don't normally have caffeine in the morning, and I was fuzzy.
So you're on a roll. You're just like, the first thing I hear, I'm going to sing about that all day.
Beep, beep, boop, boop, boop.
That reminds me. Another side story. Remember the night I went to like
The
dinner?
next story.
Remember the night I went to dinner with Scott and Christine?
Yes, yes.
So they came back to the house. We're kind of hanging out, and we're kind of like Alicia went to go. We built droids at the Droid Depot in like Galaxy's Edge of Star Wars Park.
Yes, okay. I didn't know. We went home and we built droids.
We built droids. But no, like we built these like R2 units. Like mine's like purple with kind of like an R5 head, and hers is like purple with and
What's
white
R5,
with like
the cone with the flat top?
the one. R5 is the one that almost got chosen by Uncle Owen, but then blew up. Remember the red and white one? I R4 D5 R5D4. That one.
Yep.
Yes.
The kind of the cone one.
Yeah, so he's the one that he blew up, and like they're like, "We'll take the blue one, I guess." And he was almost the hero.
The one that just blew or the color blue?
Give me both of them for like 50.
But see, that one's got a blue line. You got to take him.
Oh, true. So, okay. So yeah. So yeah, we're hanging out and like Lee's like, "Oh, let's show them our droids." And then they make the little noises like beep beep boop boop bop. And then Scott goes off on this long thing. Shout out to Scott Southgate, you're the best, my best friend. I love you. He started talking about like this droid language. He's like, "Yeah, man, how do you think they came up with these droid languages? Like beep boop bop, boop boop bop." And then he's
Play
like,
that song again.
the one that goes beep boop 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 bop. But then he went to this like long bit about their religion. And he made the sign of the crosses in the name of the beep, the boop, the bibbles, and the bops. For Alicia, like I thought it was funny, but Alicia was dying for about 37 minutes. Because picture Scott like, come on, man, and name the beeps, the boops, and the bibbles, and the bops.
Oh my god.
I swear to boop.
Oh my god.
This is Droid Curious.
On that note, I pulled up pictures of R5 and R2, and R5 Star Wars would never have been a franchise if R5
Yeah,
was
because he had like that
was our
boring
guy.
head.
Yeah. But R2, cute as a fucking button, man.
Well, the one I have has the same shaped head, but the same like R2 face. Because I made sure to get one that had like the lights, and he looks more exciting to talk to. He's like, yeah, look at him. You know, R2 is the only Star Wars character that makes me cry. Isn't that a weird thing?
From Last Jedi?
He makes me cry in Last Jedi, and he made me cry in Book of Boba Fett, and he made me cry.
In Book of Boba Fett?
Oh, you didn't watch that, did you?
What? When?
Did you watch it?
Spoilers for Book of Boba Fett. Yeah. When?
R2, he's there with Luke.
Oh.
Remember in the training?
Yeah, because
Grogu.
it's got those 2 episodes of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, that like Mandalorian 2.5.
Yeah. I'm done watching that shit.
The new Mando's great.
I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's good. It's all very good.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting it.
But it's a lot.
I'm just done.
It's the same thing with MCU. I'm like
I got mental health to balance.
yeah. I saw Ant-Man and I was like stressed about it.
Yeah.
I it was like a long thing where I'm like, I just don't want to talk about this movie anymore. You know? But yeah. But R2 always makes me cry. It's always him. I don't know. I think it's just because it's this nostalgia. Because he's that character that he's in every single movie.
He's the first character.
The first one you see, next to C-3PO.
Yeah.
3PO makes me cry too, but R2 more because it's just more like even in that last scene in Mando season 2 when he shows up, Luke good enough when they unmask. It's Luke that showed up. That was crazy. But then R2 comes rolling behind him. Ooh.
R2 has no capability of being annoying. Like all his beeps and boops and bibbles and bopples.
Yeah.
One more time with it.
Him and a boop, the beep, and the bibble and the bop.
Thank you.
His
Beep, bibble, and a bop.
Bibble and the bop.
I miss that guy. Yeah. Let's get him on an episode.
Yeah, he might want to do one. I'll ask him.
Present it to him. Yeah.
I will. But yeah, R2 can't be annoying.
Yeah.
C-3PO can get annoying.
Despite all those beeps and boops, like I want to smash my smoke detector when it beeps at me too much. Like, save my life, will you?
Yeah, but he's just so sweet. He's like, he's like Herbie the Love Bug. He's like a goofy little character, and he's sweet. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Classic stuff, man. This movie could have used an R2-D2. Mm-hmm. It had no R2-D2. No lovable character to be our way in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they could have done that with, well, the guy who ends up being his fucking murderer. Well, murderer, but like the guy who called the hit. Him.
He's got some pleasant moments where he shows up like, you like my hat?
Yeah, so he's kind of like our R2-D2 a little bit, where he's like a little fun.
Okay, so let's get into this movie, huh?
Let's do it.
They are taking the hobbits to Isengard. Sorry. Twin Towers, and we get an ominous boardroom in the Twin Towers. That's supposed to be in the Twin Towers, I think.
Is it?
I think so.
I just took it as like some undisclosed location.
Ominous boardroom, talking about how these oil fields are popping up, and the Arab nation is soon going to be... what is he? The Saudi Arabian...
Minister
said
of
during
State.
the Arab oil embargo of 73 to 74. Huh? Okay. Connery is the Saudi Arabian Minister of State who proposes to recognize Israel, support Israel's membership in the OPEC, and sell Saudi oil to needy nations. His plan is to protect third world nations from the threat of Cold War ideology. Halil's radical agenda and idealism finds few friends, but he is soon the target of multiple assassination attempts by Palestinian terrorist groups. They send Nicole Scott, played by Cornelia Sharpe, to infiltrate Abdul Mohsen's entourage, seduce him, and await further instructions. However, she actually develops strong feelings for him, and the completion of the plan is jeopardized. Go away, lady. Also, that was a whole word, and you only did the last syllable. Crazy lady. Okay. Oh my God! She just threw that my dead mouse at the wall. Jesus Christ, lady. Okay, my next note. My next note is all the times: 1:04 p.m., 10:34 p.m., 2:28 p.m. This film flashes to a bunch of different locations, but then just shows us an arbitrary time, a really weird, random, arbitrary time.
Make it more realistic, I guess.
And then our credit sequence is a dancing British Hitler clown playing a vinyl in the streets and dancing and barely
I
dancing.
think my name for that was International Man of Misery, because he kind of looked like Austin Powers. And I was like, oh, it's Hitler.
Stash.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
This is mine fate.
It's ja, baby, ja.
I was in the bunker and I said, you know what? I've always wanted to perform in the streets. What do you say we get out of here, honey?
I'm Hitler. Isn't that weird?
Sorry. He is no joking matter. Yes, he is.
I mean,
why Mel
that's
Brooks
it.
did it.
That's
yeah,
it. That's
the point
his...
of Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Make jokes about Hitler.
Yeah.
And his little penis.
I think it's okay now.
We get this the assassination attempt on somebody. I think it's just some politicians, like a politician and his wife, right?
Yeah.
And then it's the bellhops. You were saying that the room service, they go up and they kill a politician in the bathtub and his wife.
Well, they throw him off the balcony.
Yeah, they throw them both off the balcony.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was a pool down there. There's going to be a lot of referencing to a lot of Connery films.
Oh, yes.
And
some Roger Moore
some
films.
more films, yeah. And then, so those assassins toss them off the balcony, and then they're running away, and then one of them kills the other. Mm. So it's just one of them, and then that assassin dies at the end anyway, right?
Yeah.
Then we get that great cut when the old woman screams, and it's the flute.
Oh, yeah.
That was delightful. And then...
Cut that with the Snake Charmer playing the James Bond theme song.
Yeah.
And, what's that? Octopussy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which won't be our last Octopussy reference today. And we had it in The Longest Day.
Yeah.
Man gets stabbed and it cuts to the train whistle.
Yeah, that
was really good. I really like when stuff like that is done.
Yeah, really.
Did you see the clip I sent you from House of Gucci?
Oh, no, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now. Just because it's really good. Okay. Pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's really good.
Then we have like a parade in the streets. I forget where. I forget to write where that's at. There's so many cross-cutting between countries. I didn't write them. But there's a party in the streets. It seems like it's Rio, which makes me think we can cut it with either Thunderball or Moonraker. Mm. Because we have that big, giant, bouncing head man thing. Like a guy dressed as a giant man with a giant bouncing head.
Didn't they have that? I guess they didn't really have it in Skyfall. Day of the Dead.
That's Spectre.
Spectre.
Well, I think it would cut better with the sequence in Moonraker when you have Jaws dressed as the big, like, weird thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's pretty scary, actually.
Yeah, right.
And then you can also cut the dog peeing in the streets. And it also works with Thunderball because we get horny old Largo, Adolfo Celi, in only a couple of scenes in this movie. Not acting with Connery at all. It's not a Thunderball reunion. Just like A Good Man in Africa was not the long-awaited On Her Majesty's Secret Service pairing that we were hoping for of Connery and Rigg. Adolfo Celi is with Nicole Scott, and they are celebrating at this parade, and then they go to a hotel room to begin weirdly getting frisky. That was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Horny old Largo is what I wrote. And then, they pour champagne, and she drugs his champagne, And then
which we thought he got poisoned, but then like
it turns out to be a sleeping pill, like a strong sleeping pill. And then he just puts his cigarette out in her champagne. He drinks his whole thing of champagne down. She's taking like a sip, and he's just like, "I'll just put your cigarette into your champagne now.
He'll make it taste better." Here,
And
drink
now
it.
let's fuck." And while they were doing that, because we thought it was poison, we were speculating, well, what if he died right on top of her? And just cuts to 12 days later.
Yeah,
and
we saw
she's
that
dead.
clip like for 12 days
12
later.
days later, she's dead too.
She was like a Bond like villain, like kind of Xenia on the top or something. Like it was like
she's the secret agent in this film.
seriously. See, even at the end, we see the skies. Like she takes her contacts out and stuff. It's like, she's like a different person. I was like, is that a different actress? Like it was like, jeez.
You know what? I'm gonna want to watch this again.
I think so. Yeah,
this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then at the end, she's in a red wig, very Black Widow-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, jeez. I wonder what happens to her.
Well, she's stuck under a dead guy. Which is my next note.
She was able to get the wig on, but it was just...
Well, I'm stuck here, but I can reach the wig, so might as well entertain myself.
Wait, I'll go get help. And then someone goes down and she's back in a different wig. Like, you're not the same woman that was here. Right?
Well, there's no need to help you now.
Yeah, you're a different woman. Call back
What,
later.
no, somebody comes in, she's like, help! And he's like, okay. And he comes over, he grabs the wig, and he puts it on her, but doesn't, like, move the dude. All right. We first see Sean Connery, who is playing Deeper Pitched Man, according to the subtitles. At 17 minutes and 39 seconds.
Not bad.
He is wearing his... Get it right. Let's get it right.
Get it tight.
Keffiyeh. Keffiyeh. He's wearing his keffiyeh and talking about things. I don't remember the scene too well.
Yeah, me either.
But it ends with him in a New York hotel, and he's happy that there's a kitchen in his little apartment.
I like that.
I like that he cooks. There's a couple of scenes of him cooking. I like when Connery cooks. Have we had him cooking anything else?
Did he...
Go back through the films. Murder on the Orient Express? No. Shalico? No. Longest Day? No. The Molly Maguires? Molly Maguires?
Maybe? No.
A Good Day in Africa. Cuba. Avengers. Action of the Tiger. Sword of the Valiant. He cooks up trouble in that movie, I tell you. The Avengers. First Night. And Man Who Would Be King? No, I don't think he really cooks in.
Yeah, so this is the first movie he cooks in.
Unless, oh, well, I guess there's, that scene where he and Michael Caine are at the campsite. Maybe they were...
Making chili or something.
Yeah. It's a stretch.
Did he ever get his olive oil in this movie?
Yeah, he really wanted his olive oil.
Yeah.
He leaves the safety of his apartment to go get olive oil.
Yeah.
Reckless guy. Yeah, so he's all happy. He's got a freezer. Splendid, he says. Is there anything else we can get for you, sir? Bring me pictures of Spider-Man. We kept calling back to this. There's a scene where he's flying over New York in a helicopter, and it would just pair so well with the 1970s Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man series, which, hold on. 1977, so it was the next year. Look at that. I'll have to find that. Good stuff. Trains. We got more trains. That's our tie back to the last movie. Trains. Trains without love. Trains. I can't get enough. Trains. I like it rough because I'd rather see trains than nothing at all. Oh, sorry. There was that line, you kill the dreamer, but the dream lives on. You can't kill the dream survives. The dream survives, bitch. Bow, down, down, down.
You have destroyed flesh, only that. That is your triumph and your dilemma. But how do you kill a dream? The dreamer, yes. The dream, never. The dream survives.
There's a scene where Connery is buying groceries, and somebody is showing him the difference between a male and a female eggplant. And then we just started like,
Said we just take both.
yeah. He says we should take both. And what did you say? So we can watch them have sex. Yeah. And then I just started like mashing the two of them together. And yeah, he's forgotten his olive oil. Okay, so yeah, then there's a scene where he has an interview with Holland Taylor, and the scene starts with her going, "So, what do you think of women? Or what are your feelings on women?" And you can just cut right to the Barbara Walters interview.
It looks just like the Barbara Walters.
It really does. Then there's an auction scene, which you could cut with the auction from Octopussy. The beats are all the same, like it's an auction room, and then I keep forgetting her name, Cornelia Sharpe, walks in, and like there's an acknowledgement. This kind of like, oh, now there's a woman.
Fabergé acknowledgement.
Yeah, there's a Fabergé snuff box or something. And then the next scene, they're playing backgammon, which is also, we can cut that with Octopussy as well.
Yeah, have Sean Connery versus Roger Moore.
Yeah.
Be perfect.
And so in Octopussy, he rolls a double six. It's all in the wrist. I think I'll use your dice. Player's privilege. Double six. Doesn't even look down. It's all in the wrist. And then in this movie, Connery's like, double six. It's all in the wrist. It's backgammon. It's all about the back game. It's all about the Heine game.
Think it's a reference?
Octopussy?
What year is Octopussy?
83.
Oh, shit.
So maybe it's a reference to this film.
Maybe.
I'm friends with Sean, and I like that film he did, The Next Man. I think we should incorporate something. Cubby, what do you think? You know what? I don't really care what you think. I'm your star, and without me, you have no draw, and you'll see that soon enough, because the franchise will fall apart after 2 films from the next fellow. It'll take you 6 years to recover. However, they'll be perfectly serviceable films, in my opinion. Not in Dylan Titus's opinion, of course. He loves those films. In fact, I heard that he watched The Living Daylights 3 times while he was recovering from his vasectomy. Oh, do prattle on, 007. Okay, then there's a big, sexy black Birdman. Like, wearing, like, the same outfit as Michael Keaton in Birdman.
But also, like, a
Big and
patriotic.
sexy and black. Yeah, and like, patriotic underwear.
Yeah. He was,
Not even underwear, it's like a piece. It looks like it's plastic.
yeah, seriously. And he's, like, humping the camera and, like, looking at the camera and shit.
He's seducing you through the camera, and he's, like, shiny, but I don't know if it's from glitter or just, like, sweat.
Probably sweat. Because he must have been... They were dancing for hours,
Yeah.
days.
Keep dancing. Just keep going. Give me more. Dance. More. I want more. Give me... boss, we're losing sunlight. We should probably move on. No. Give me more. More dancing. More dancing. More. You know what? You take the second unit crew, and you guys get all the shots we need. I'm just going to stay here and film this guy.
Is that the same scene that Connery buys his hat?
Yes, and he's trying to decide which hat he's going to take to Africa to retire with him. Oh, it doesn't line up.
Yeah.
It's 18 years, not...
We made the joke that was like his Good Man from Africa hat.
Yeah.
It could
But he picks out 2 that are pretty much both the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And both of them look stupid on him. They got that, like, slope in the front and high slope in the back.
It looks like a pimp.
Yeah, they're like pimp hats. They look terrible. Not on pimps. but on Connery, it
Although
doesn't.
what's his name had a nice hat, the little straw hat.
Yeah, because what do you think of my hat? Yeah, I like that one. It's like Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville hat.
Yeah.
Kiss sounds like a need to escape. Oh. Okay.
Oh, when they're on the boat.
Yeah, so they're on the boat and they're flirting. They dive into the water, Connery and Cornelia Sharpe, and they start macking out. But her kissing noise sounds like she's passionately kissing him. Like you can see they're both enjoying the moment, but her kissing noise is like.
Yeah, I thought I heard her say no at one point.
It's like she's trying to get away.
Yeah.
But like when you're watching it, visually it does not line up. She's like clearly enjoying the kiss. It's so fucking weird. It's such a weird and I can't make that call obviously. But when you watch the film, you'd be like, if you watched it with the sound off, you'd be like, those are two happy people making out. And then if you heard it, be like, why does it sound like the ADR is trying to escape the scene? It's weird. Because, again, it looks like everyone's having a good time in the scene. They're in the fucking tropics. What are they, in Bermuda?
Yeah.
They're hanging off a boat in beautiful waters on a gorgeous day.
And then Jaws attacks the boat.
Yeah.
Sean Connery had to put gasoline all over him.
Yes, because she's water skiing. And, Jaws 2 comes up and mother of Jaws. Or wife of Jaws? Which is Jaws 2? Is it mother of Jaws or wife of Jaws?
Mother, I think.
Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, Mama Jaws?
I think so.
You write in. Was it Mama Jaws?
Let's put a poll up.
Or wife Jaws? Or baby Jaws? It couldn't have been baby Jaws.
Before Baby Yoda, there was Baby Jaws.
But if it was baby Jaws, he ain't causing boat fires. That's
No, Baby Jaws was like one of the later ones, wasn't it?
Jaws 3.
Yeah.
The shark at the beginning is the baby.
Right.
Yeah. Baby Jaws did it. All right, but you hate me now, parents. Oh, look at that on your hat. You've got a baby whale.
I know Baby Whale.
I don't have kids, so I don't understand the annoyingness of that song. What? Anyway. Sorry. My next note is soft acoustic guitar music.
That same track.
All over the subtitles just kept saying soft acoustic guitar music, and it wanted me to my brain kept wanting to fill in ancient lamentation music playing or whatever, from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Coming to the end of my notes. Jungle raid. There's a raid where they're staying in Bermuda and they're snuggling and whatnot, and then a bunch of people start raiding the compound trying to kill Connery. And you could cut that with both Never Say Never Again and The Incredible Hulk Returns from 1988, starring Bill Bixby, Lou Ferrigno, and Eric Allen Kramer as Thor. That's right, folks. At an hour, 8 minutes, and 20 seconds, we get a Connery gun barrel.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool. He steals towels from hotels. Is that the kind of leader you want to elect? That steals towels from hotels? Yes, is the kind.
Was that the... Do we have that in your notes about the...
Yes. He, you know that towel? The Basra towel? The Basra towel? We could live in it for 3 days. It must have been a pun that we missed, because there's Basra Tower. Okay. We must have missed a pun.
No, I get it. So he steals towels from hotels he goes to.
Yeah.
So there must be a joke that towel must be very big.
Because the tower is very tall.
So
we could live in that towel for 3 days.
So that's the joke.
Boom.
Because we were so confused.
He stole that towel from that tower. Boom.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we're like, did they just? We thought the subtitle misheard him,
But then we watched it like 4 times back, and he said towel.
and he said towel several times. So like that
He said towel.
that makes more sense.
Towels.
We'll live in a towel for 3 days. It's like Harry Potter and
Her magic bag.
no, it's Goblet of Fire. I think
Harry Potter and her magic bag. That's my favorite one.
But no, they go
It's
to
rated
like
X.
the Quidditch World Cup and they have like a small like tent.
Yeah.
And they're like,
And
all
it's
right.
massive
And you
inside.
go inside, it's like
Yeah.
a mansion. That's what it's like it's a small towel on a towel rack. It's like, come on in.
You have to like crawl underneath it.
But it's like a luxury mansion.
Right?
It's the mansion from Avengers.
Avengers or Revengers?
Avengers. Like Connery's Avengers.
Oh,
house.
yes.
His Pink Floyd house, as we call it.
So, on that, I have weird dreams all the time. Again, this is not the dream podcast. But, again, it's the first time I mentioned it. I have
I think you talked about dream once.
weird recurring kind of dream where there's this really cool room or space. Like, yeah, usually a cool room, a bedroom or a living room or something. But it's a really cool room. Really uniquely designed and cozy. But you have to get to it through some weird, like the way you have to enter a submarine. Have you ever seen a video of somebody entering a submarine?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. To get to this cool, awesome room, you have to like squeeze through something that, like, you could get stuck in feasibly.
It sounds like bring up Harry Potter. It sounds like you're trying to get into a common room. Like one of the
Yeah.
common rooms. Like,
Yeah.
Because all of them have different ways. Like Gryffindor is like the portrait.
Yeah. Or like the
Hufflepuff's like a-
hallway leading to the big chocolate room in the 70s Willy Wonka.
Oh, where it gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Where it's it's like a horrible, uncomfortable situation to get to this amazing room.
Interesting.
Maybe that's my dream telling me you're halfway there, lemon on a pear.
Yeah, I think I looked that up. Honestly, that sounds like because I had to analyze something about like there's some I always have these weird dreams where I'm like in these houses that are in areas that don't like I don't know where they are, but the house is very like it's like one room's like my grandmother's living room, and one's like my childhood bedroom, and so it's like weird, but it's like I think that's like a sign of like
You clinging on to things that you want that make you feel good.
like you should take off and do your own thing, but you're like
Hanging on to what
yeah,
means a lot
so
to
it's
you.
like it's interesting shit. I don't know, dreaming.
Dreams are crazy.
Yeah, dream. Yeah,
I gotta get into lucid dreaming.
yeah. I want
That's something I want to work on.
Yeah, it's fascinating. But anyways,
I'll walk around my dreams, tormenting people by talking like this. Yes, I know I'm dreaming. You can't fool me, you motherfuckers.
it's Connery from from Sword of Valiant looking into the globe.
Who's going to deal me my blow?
I love that laugh. Damn it, lady.
Okay, and we're at my final note. Lance Henriksen shows up as a security officer for one scene.
Yeah.
Maybe
like
he's
shit.
in more, but I just didn't notice him.
No, that's
because
the only time I remember seeing him.
He might have been in more because the quality,
He might have been in-
the quality of the transfer may have obscured him from bigger.
Connery's big speech towards the beginning, his first one, I think he's in that one, maybe. But other than that, I don't remember much.
It was cool seeing other actors we recognize.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is like, that's what we joked about before. That's where the money probably went. with
right?
some of these guys.
no. Henriksen was probably a working actor at the time. Adolfo Celi, maybe a bit of money went to him, but I'm guessing a good chunk of whatever budget. Like, if you look on the production section on the Wikipedia page, Connery's casting was announced in January 1976. That's it. That's all we got for production.
Jesus.
And let me see what we got on IMDb for production stuff. Connery did not wear his toupee in this movie. He once said of this, taking off my toupee and playing older, not younger, doesn't seem to me to be particularly courageous, just honest. The balding part of Connery's head is blackened out by a silhouette on this movie's main American movie release. That's why it looks so terrible.
Huh.
That's why it looks so terrible, because his hair's blackened. That's why. Good God, it all makes sense now.
Oh yeah,
Look at that.
it.
Yeah. Oh my God. It didn't. You don't even think about it. You know. Wow.
But his facial hair is not that thick in the movie.
It was hard to tell with the transfer, but it
No,
actually,
he had it was a small goatee and like stash situation. That's not a goatee, but like it was a very short beard. It was not that long that it is on the DVD cover.
Oh yeah, huh? Yeah,
But, like,
it's
right there,
modest.
Yeah, it's like he's like a little. Yeah, it's like a little goatee.
He looks good in that Russian hat and the long jacket.
He does. It reminds me of Pierce in Tomorrow Never Dies. There's one he wears a hat.
Yeah.
No,
I think it's Tomorrow Never Dies.
yeah.
See what other trivia IMDb has to offer. The marketing of this movie connected with Sir Sean Connery's James Bond screen persona, and particularly the Bond movie From Russia with Love, when it used the tagline, "In the world of spying and dying, love is the ultimate weapon." First starring role for Cornelia Sharpe. She was good. She's a little empty sometimes, but you could also give that to the role. Like, she's a spy. She's got a fake love.
Yeah.
Cornelia Sharpe wore her own clothes in this movie.
So did Sean Connery.
Yeah, right. Debut theatrical music score of Michael Kamen. Wow. The then novice showed up for the orchestral recording session without having booked a conductor. One of the cellists helped him bluff his way through the recording by telling him to watch his foot throughout. Wow. Oh, look at that. The score was good, but it was not anything. It was soft acoustic guitar music for the most part. There was some good parts musically, but a lot was just silent.
Yeah.
Could have benefited from some light ambiance. Trent Reznor would have done a good score to this. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, yeah.
Yeah, right.
The movie's main American release poster features a strong use of silhouette, which was a strong component of Maurice Bender's opening. That's not really. The meaning and relevance of this of this movie's title is that it refers to the next target that assassin Nicole Scott must kill. The next man. Okay.
Okay.
The film debut of Holland Taylor. Yeah. Not counting his Bond's fake death in You Only Live Twice. Spoilers. This is the only Sir Sean Connery espionage spy movie where the character he plays dies.
Well, that's a spoiler for everything else we were watching for this podcast.
Well, we'd spoiled that already.
Did we? That he
dies?
No, that he dies in any other film.
Where he plays a spy.
Oh, so he might die again.
Yeah. Oh, he's died in a lot of other films.
Oh yeah, he died.
Let's go back through our films.
I'm an idiot.
No, you're not an idiot.
He got his head chopped off.
So yeah. First three films, gets his head chopped off in Man Who Would Be King.
Yes.
Well, after his body is fucking mush, apparently.
Yeah.
First Night is shot with an arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sword of the Valiant, his head's cut off. No, it's not. He like shrivels and becomes like a white ghost.
Yeah, he turns like white.
Yeah.
Like,
the Avengers, he's killed in a reverse Palpatine. Action of the Tiger, he saves the day. It's the first one we had where he didn't die.
Right.
Cuba, he makes it out of there safe. Shalico makes it out of there safe. Good Man in Africa, he dies. The Molly Maguires.
Yeah, he gets. Well, we don't see it, but he's gonna get hung.
He's going to die. He's sent to prison, and he's going to die. The Longest Day.
He didn't die. I don't think so.
Not that we saw.
Spin-off movie.
He could have. We don't see him at the end. When the battle wraps up, we don't, because it was a cameo scene.
Yeah, but I think we gotta assume he probably, but who knows?
And
he was on the beach.
Yeah, and then Murder on the Orient Express.
Doesn't
die. All right, yeah. So So,
I think we're at the end here. I think
yeah, I don't really have much to say. It's been a pretty short episode.
for a short, this is the shortest movie.
Yeah,
right?
will we at least have to record over the length of the movie?
How long are we at right now?
We're at an hour 25.
All right, yeah, that should be enough time to cover our scores.
Yeah, give it another 10 minutes of recording between
Yeah,
all
so-
our stuff and business, and we'll be talking more. And I've got to do some editing to this anyway, which will whittle it down. But I think we should at least match the time of the movie. Not in all cases, but this is 90 minutes, so we gotta. If we're not gonna give the listeners a full Connery Curious worth, at least fill out the time of the movie I'm now talking in. Double space. Double space. Double space. Double space.
There's something on the wing. Something.
On my wing, I've got to dip my wick in a pie.
You will get infected.
Shango is the god of the sky. Okay. Okay, should we talk ratings?
Let's talk ratings. So as you guys know, at the end of each movie review, we give you guys 2 scores. 1 score for the film, one score for the actor, Sean
Yes.
Connery. And of course, we give our SSH.
All right, SSH. And I think we should start. Should we do a sexy rating?
I think so. At least, well, your mom broke the seal. Not yet. Cut. That didn't happen yet.
Okay, well, then let's work that into there.
Yeah, I think we should give him a sexy rating. Sure. There's a lot where he's not sexy, but there are
Yeah,
some
that's
where
true.
he is sexy.
Okay, well, let's start with that then. Well, all right, let's work our way up the scale. So we'll start with SH. How's the SH?
4 or 5.
Yeah, I'd say 5.
Yeah.
All right, sexy?
Yes. Are we rating him 1 to 10?
Yeah, I think we go 0 to 10.
I think he's an 8.
Yeah, I'd say 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of charming.
You know what? I'm going to call it 6.5 because we see him with his shirt off.
Yeah, and he's kind of charming.
Yeah.
He's not
Oh,
like-
you know what? Oh, yeah, and he's a good man in Africa.
He's a good
You know what?
man.
I'm bringing this up to a 7.5.
And he cooks.
What'd you say, an 8?
I said 8. I'm going to give him an 8.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
You just made me bump him 2 points. He's an 8.5 now.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's an 8.5. Because
Okay.
yeah, you're right. He's an honest man. He wants to bring peace to the world. To get people off their dependency on this oil. In a way, right? Is that kind of no?
Yeah.
Am I wrong on that? But and he cooks, and he's a sweet date, and he wants to teach people how to play backgammon. And he's an honest man, a good man in Africa. So, which is because they say that Egypt has some of the oil that's just in Africa.
Connections.
It's
So now I'm going to go to our film rating.
yes. Hold on, I gotta make sure I'm right. Not for my ego. Yeah. Okay, we're correct. It is in Africa.
Perfect.
Okay. I'm an ignorant American. Yes.
I'm
I am.
in
I'm working on
America.
getting out of here. All right. So we've got the SH. Would you say 5? We said 5. Sexy. You gave him an 8. I gave him you upped me up to an 8.5.
8.5.
I was going purely off his shirtless scene, but then I didn't even consider. I'm like, man, he's a caretaker and a lover in this movie. Like, he cares about his people. A dude tries to kill him in his car, and he gets out and hugs the man into submission.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good scene.
That was heavy.
He just kept hugging him. He's like, it takes time, dude. This stuff takes time. I'm working on it. Trust me.
That was good.
And that is exactly the dialogue that he says. Yeah. I'll punch it.
Anybody else could have been hot and just started yelling back, but he was just
Yeah.
like,
You listen here. It takes time to do these things. And he just hugs him.
beautiful.
Alrighty.
So our film ratings.
Our
then.
film rating.
I'm gonna let you go first on the film rating.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I'm gonna stand strong on not strong. I'm gonna stand firm on that one. Like I if we had a better quality version of it where I could see the full frame as intended, I'd probably give it a 7. Because there's not a lot to love in this movie. Oh, let me write it down on our sheet here. 6.5. There's not a lot to love about this movie. Connery's performance is good. Cornelia Sharpe is good. The performances are good. Everyone is good. Everything is good. Everything is good.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's not great.
Some of the editing is weird. Some of those still frames at the beginning were a little off. Mm-hmm. That chair made the noise. It wasn't me. I don't know why I needed to defend that. It wasn't me. I didn't fight.
Why'd you sound like a Ronnie the limo driver from Howard Stern?
What? Well, I didn't fight.
I didn't fight. Come on.
But yeah, I'd watch it again. I want to watch it again now because after talking it through, I think I have a better understanding of it.
Yeah, I think it's the whole thing. Where so you're gonna give it a 6.5?
I'm gonna give it a 6.5. How about you?
Yeah, I think I was leaning between 6 and 7 too, but I think I'm gonna be more towards 6, just because I was just like, it's fine. It's a fine film, but then like bring me in and like I would watch it again, but it's just like one of those things where I'm not gonna, dedicate a day to it. Like I'll probably watch it in chunks,
in half-hour chunks.
Just like as I'm like maybe in the background as I'm like editing something or working on something.
I'd be interested to rewatch it and pay attention to it. Because like I said, now that we've discussed it, even just understanding the towel bit, we just clarified something more just by talking it out.
If I can get a proper copy of it,
yes,
then I will absolutely sit down and watch it.
If anybody out there, you curious Connerys out there, have a Blu-ray copy of this, or just at least
a DVD cover,
just a DVD that is in 16:9, you know what I mean? That it is in the full widescreen frame as intended, and is like a DVD quality, not a shit transfer from a VHS. This didn't seem like it was even VHS or Laserdisc. This seemed like it was like off a reel.
Yeah, it was rough.
Right.
But yeah, so 6 from me.
6, yeah. I'd be interested to rewatch it with a higher quality.
It might go up.
Cut.
Score might go up if that's the case. But I think it's tough. It's like if you watch a bad transfer of Goldfinger, would you hate it more?
I wouldn't love it.
But you wouldn't like. But it's like one of those things where it's like I love Goldfinger, but just because I watch it in a shitty format, it's kind of not fair. But at the same time, it's like.
But there's no way to remove your memory of it. Like I can't go back and I can't exist in a world where I don't know Goldfinger. You know what I mean? So
there's people who don't know what the original Star Wars looks like. We do.
Yeah.
Like the original, like before George fixed them.
Here,
yeah, like before, it's like, so people would be like, oh, I don't like Star Wars because this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks better now because I can see like these 3D fucking beasts and stuff in the desert.
And McClunky.
Yeah. So
the way it was meant to be.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just it's kind of it's a weird tear between like. It's like I don't want to shit on it because of the quality, but at the same time, it did kind of mess with me.
Yeah, I like I said, I did my best to not let it impede my ability to enjoy the film.
Right.
But there is stuff in the film. There's long stretches of no music, kind of just weird cuts here and there, little things to take away from it. And like I said, I think a good DVD quality version of it would only bring it up to a 7 for me. Half a point. But still on the better side of the spectrum. Still a passing grade.
I think so.
Yeah. All right, so
now we
let's get into our Sean rating, huh?
Sean rating.
You go first, my friend.
I think I gotta give him a 9.
9?
Yeah, like he was great. Like again, looking at this on paper, it's like, okay, he's gonna play. He's Arabian in this movie. Like what? Very off-putting, but like I kind of got past that, and his performance was great. Again, charming, really powerful on the screen. You know, very powerful being. So yeah, I really enjoyed his character, who he was. I don't think he's perfect, but yeah, I really enjoyed his performance in this, and it's a interesting era for him too, like the 70s.
He's got good stuff. He's got bad stuff.
Yeah. So, but I thought this is a good one. This is a good one in that kind of heap of like weird stuff. But
then again, we haven't really seen any bad ones from the 70s, have we? No, only good ones.
True.
Literally only good ones. Molly Maguire's Murder on the Orient Express and Man Who Would Be King. And The Next Man. I consider The Next Man a good movie, but the other three are fucking masterpieces.
Yeah. So. So in that realm, this was fine, because like Orient Express would give him a 10.
Yeah.
So that was just, he was just great in that, and it's this one. It's like, yeah, he's great in this too, but I don't know. Doesn't deserve the perfect 10, so I'm gonna give him a 9.
I'm gonna give him an 8.5.
Okay.
I think he was very good in this. As you said, not perfect. I think perfect would have been an Arab actor.
Yeah, honestly.
Surely there were Arab actors of,
and like
of
you said, have him be a Scottish like sympathizer or something.
Yeah.
You know, like that would have been dope.
Yeah, if you must go with Connery, have him be a Scottish activist and sympathizer.
Yeah, because like, why do you make that decision? Like,
Or a Scottish politician.
Who came up in the writing room and said, you know who we should get for this? Sean Connery.
Yeah.
It's
Sean
like
Connery.
It's like, what are you thinking?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. There's a moment in a plane where we were calling back to the Cuba joke.
A dupe of the day. But yeah, I agree with those scores.
Yeah, 8.5. He was very good in it. He's charming as hell. I'm giving him an 8.5 for sexy and acting because he's daddy in this movie.
Yeah,
he takes care of people. He's like, let me cook you food. Let me show you how to throw this crab leg in a bag and mix it up with some lime and salt. Yum 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 yum. Yeah. We all take a bite out of the same thing. Good. Now we move on.
Way before COVID, obviously.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, he's good in this, and especially like when that raid happens, and he defends himself real damn well too. Which also makes you think, when he's just trapped in the car with that woman, she shoots the driver first. He could have just disarmed her right there. He's pretty good. It establishes he fights pretty damn well.
Yeah, so that was
like not gracefully or anything, but he holds his own against the assassins that are coming for him.
Yeah, well, I think that was confusing. He shoots the driver first, right? And then,
she shoots the driver.
But you don't think she's going to shoot him, but she just doesn't.
Well, the driver's got a gun on Connery, too.
Yeah.
Which you think he's been the friend the whole time.
Yeah,
he's the one with the funny hat.
That was a crazy heel turn.
What's his name? Hamid? Yeah, Hamid. Yeah.
Shit, man.
Albert Paulson. His name was Albert Paulson. Remember the game. Remember the game. Are there no real photos of him? Maybe? There's no real photos of him.
But yeah.
Yeah, I liked that character too. But yeah, I was really kind of
disappointed. It's like, oh shit, he's the fucking.
Yeah, I was disappointed as well.
But
to find out that they were both in on it is pretty fucked.
Crazy.
Yeah, like there's nobody he can trust. Nobody's been on his side.
They went hat shopping together, for God's sakes.
Yeah, which makes me scared. Like, just.
You never know.
Like, if you are...
What if me and Nicole are trying to kill you?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm annoying. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. But...
We're going to start our own podcast. I don't know.
Just ask me to leave. It's okay. I don't have any money you can steal. Like, you want my stuff, just ask. We'll barter. It's okay.
How much you want for that door?
I want your door. We'll trade doors.
I'll trade doors. I'll give you my door.
You know that it would be untrue.
I bring you a member of the Doors.
Here's Ray Manzarek's corpse.
He just stands there, and he's your door.
It's just Robbie Krieger just strumming away.
Do you need me to close? Okay. Need me to open? Okay.
I don't play with a pick. That's nice. Can you close?
Cool. You close? Anyways.
Alrighty. Well, we've been dillying and dallying and Mario in for a while now.
You know what I want to be?
What?
Wheeling and dealing.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I always get excited.
We gotta do it together.
Yes, this is the second time we've done it together
man.
in person. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Let's do it. And it is your turn to roll.
Is it really? Oh, let me make sure that.
While you're getting that set up, guys at home, you guys know. But if you're new,
How
we'll
does
let
it
you know.
Always stay on there.
Yeah, it
Wow.
always stays on there. But like we always go to the Wheel of Curiosities, which is filled with different Connery films that we can watch.
Not different. All of them.
All of them.
All of them. And it
All the
slowly gets
films.
whittled away. Every time we spin the wheel and we land on something, it gets removed from the wheel. So the wheel grows smaller each day. And now that was 12 films, Mario. So now we are down to about 63, 62
What
or 63
do you think the
films?
percentage is to get a Bond film together?
Well, there are 7 Bond films. And we've got about 63 movies left. So it's a 1 in 9 chance.
I'm ready. You ready?
Oh, gosh.
All right.
I need a drink of water first.
Get a drink of water.
Yeah,
I'll drink one
I'm
too.
stressed. I'm so stressed.
I gotta pee, but I'm gonna hold it.
Me
I'm
too.
ready.
I also have to pee. You know what? Let's take a Connor pee and
Take a
spin
Connor
the
pee?
wheel when we come back. Yeah.
You sure?
Because the tension is gonna kill me.
Oh no! It's
And
gonna kill me
I'm
in
gonna
there.
pee my pants in excitement.
I think we should do it now.
No, Connor pee.
We got a Connor pee?
Connor pee.
Fine, we'll be right back.
And we're back.
We're back.
All right. That was so tense that I shit my pants.
I peed all over the floor. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
really excited.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I was just like, whoa!
Okay.
So, drum roll.
It's time to spin. We can say it together now. Oh my god. It's time to spin the
Wheel of Curiosity. Goldfinger!
Goldfinger! Fucking Goldfinger!
We're gonna do Goldfinger! Yes!
Woo! We did it! We did it! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Holy shit! I'm so happy!
I'm so excited!
Oh my god!
Oh man!
Oh, I'm sorry for the yelling. I'm just so happy.
This is
Mario,
an achievement.
it not only is that an achievement, but we also agreed that because we're all right, folks, we're starting to line up guests for these episodes, and as you might imagine, the Bond ones are a little popular.
We're recording,
We-
right?
Yep, we're recording.
Okay. I just got nervous.
We are recording. You know what? I'll just pop that over here. We are still recording. I am whispering. Oh my god, I got panicked. We lost that. No way were we spinning the wheel again. Okay. All right, that was some podcast.
We'll cut.
inside the. No, we're leaving that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I want everyone to be exposed to that madness that just happened.
I got anxiety.
Yeah, me too. I thought we just lost that.
What were you gonna say?
So, as I was saying, we're starting to line up guests, and the Bond films are predictably popular, and they're starting to fill up. And Mario and I agreed that we were going to keep one Bond film just for us, and that was Goldfinger.
Yes.
And isn't it fitting that it's the first one that comes up? Wow. And you know what's funny is while we were saying Wheel of, I was frantically hitting shuffle on the wheel. Shuffle. And if I didn't do that, who knows where it would have landed? We could have landed on fucking Sir
Can you
Billy.
screenshot that?
Yeah.
Just
Screenshot.
that's gonna be on Instagram. That's gonna be the announcement that we're doing
and
Goldfinger.
with his smile just peeking over it.
Hello there.
What What a joy.
Like, we don't need to talk about this. You guys know we're going to be watching Goldfinger, 1963?
1964, my friend.
1964's
Because he
Goldfinger.
remarks on the success of the Beatles. Oh boy, this I'm not nuts about this stand. Oh, dude, I'm so excited.
So you guys already know. We don't need to explain it. 1964's Goldfinger. It's Sean Connery's third entry into the James Bond franchise. This is great.
You should definitely be able to find it on Prime because I think they own them.
So, yeah, it's on Prime right now, and
Just go out and buy the Bond box set.
yeah,
man.
if you're gonna
Just-
find them, but there's
just
multiple
invest
ways.
in it, or like as we said, your local library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it's James Bond. There's a million different
Ways
cuts
to
of
die
it.
in the
like,
West.
Man, this is exciting.
Dude, the dopamine that's flowing through me right now. I need a cigarette.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't even smoke.
Oh man, yeah. Next week, man, it's finally here.
It's finally here.
How many episodes we have
This
done?
is lucky number 13.
13. This one's 13.
Yep.
So out 14.
Normally it's an unlucky number. No. This Next Man was 12.
Okay.
This episode currently is episode number 12.
So lucky 13 is going to be Goldfinger. We're hoping it was going to be lucky 7, but like this is even better.
Well, hold on a second. That would have been amazing if it was episode number 7. But it was Shalako, which was the first film that he did after being 007. Let me just make sure. Yep, this will be episode number 12.
Let's go.
So, oh boy.
All right.
What a blast, dude. This has
man.
been it's always super fun when you come over into my train car and we project this film onto the wall that doesn't have the windows to the outside. The windows to the outside as opposed to the windows to the other inside. But the films that we've watched together have been debatable in quality, both in terms of like presentation of themes and visual presentation of video transfer. But the time that we've had has been some of my favorite.
Yeah.
And if anything, like the first 20 minutes of this podcast, I think is representative of that. And then the last, 5 minutes ago when I screamed my head off that we fucking got Goldfinger.
Oh my God.
Dude, we got Goldfinger.
Like any Bond would have been exciting, but the fact that we got like our Bond
The
movie.
one that was just for us.
Yeah, like it's meant to be, man.
We're starting this off on the right foot.
I think so.
This is a sign. This podcast is. We're doing the Lord's work.
We are.
Sean's watching out from us.
Doing the Sean's work.
He's watching out for us from hell. Because that's where he is.
You were gonna sound so sentimental. You said he was in hell. Why would you?
Yeah, I am being sentimental, but he's in
He's
hell.
watching us from hell. He's looking up like, hello there.
How do you know he's not down there? Screaming up at us. That's a Carlin bit.
But anyways,
So yeah, Connery from hell is blessing us.
so I guess.
Blessing this podcast.
So I guess with that being said, Sean Connery will return in
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger.
Fucking Goldfinger. Oh my God. You see the smile on my face right now? My
yeah.
face hurts from smiling.
Oh man, I had to go run a couple laps around the house right now. I'm like so excited. But all right, so I guess until then, I've been Mario Lima.
And I've been Dylan Titus.
Stay curious.
You usually say until then.
Until
Well, let's
then.
try that again. So
So with that being said, I've been Mario Lima.
and I've been Dylan Titus.
And as always, stay curious.
Perfect.
Wow, wow, dow, doodle-doo-doo. He's the man with
the golden gun and a golden eye and a golden finger too to pull the trigger on the gun, which he has to put up to his golden eye
Okay.
to line up the shot just right so the people die. Golden eye.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
All right, stay curious, folks.
Stay curious.
You got to do it.
Stay curious. All my vegetable martini.
I don't want the good times to end.
Stay kiddish.
Connery Curious.
You've been listening to Connery Curious, a Titus Compositions and Friggin' Nerds Media podcast. Follow us on social media for updates, memes, and clips. Find us on Twitter at CuriousPod007 and on Instagram at Connery Curious. You can also visit Titus Compositions at Titus Compositions to hear other podcasts and original music, watch music videos, or even pick up a great vinyl record. For more discussion and content about your favorite films, comics, games, and a network for all things nerdy, visit Friggin' Nerds Media on Twitter at Friggin' Nerds. You can rate, review, and share the podcast in-app, which helps us grow the show and reach the other curious Connerys out there. Thanks for spending time with us, and have a great day, but also, remember, stay curious.
I told you about the towel. The wonderful Basra towel. We could live in it for 3 days.